To begin with this session, I'd just like to put in my first few thoughts in. I'm sure over the course of yesterday's sessions and discussions, it's very clear and has emerged. It's quite evident to everyone that the e-commerce industry is here to stay. Irrespective of the challenges that exist and the problems that e-retailers face in trying to reach out to consumers and provide them a better customer service, the sheer numbers state that the space at which this industry is growing, the pace at which the consumer demand is growing, there is definitely a very big space which can be fulfilled by this industry. However, the biggest challenge for the e-commerce players today is not just getting access to the best products and reaching them out to consumers, but ensuring that it can be delivered in a fast, safe, and secure manner. And that precisely brings us to the topic of discussion today, which is how to get a better and more efficient distribution network, right from sourcing and all the way to delivery for e-commerce companies. Representing a logistics and a express company myself, I can definitely say with my experience of having dealt with e-commerce companies, I think the set of challenges are quite diverse. They range all the way from the nuances of what the customers expect in terms of the product, in terms of the delivery, and all the way up to the distribution network itself. Because unlike in the traditional businesses where B2B is the focus, the B2C is the core of the e-commerce industry, and residential deliveries dominate as far as the consumers are concerned. Add to that the complexity that most consumers today prefer to use cash on delivery as a mode of payment rather than using credit cards, and therefore you have the challenge presented to logistics and express companies like ours that you not only need to deliver in a safe manner, you need to be able to collect the money and remit it back to the e-commerce companies in an acceptable time frame. So first of all, I'd now invite my co-panelist, Mr. Vivek, to share his thoughts.
The beginning comments in the presentation, someone made that where is the industry heading? So the question we have is, are the 200 million households ready for e-commerce? So let's just look at a couple of points. We have about 10 million broadband users in the country, which is a big number if we look at other developed countries in the world, though there are other countries like China which are much ahead of us, but it's a good number. There is a VC funding which is coming to India, I think, which is the right time, where the investors from US are spending money here, which shows that this is in the right phase and right time in terms of overall potential is concerned. 3G would be a big driver going forward. E-commerce is now an integral part of all organizations, big brands. So no big brand would take forward their brand strategy without taking e-commerce into account. Now this is big one. If we look at market and developed countries, e-retail is about 7% of overall retail market. Last quarter, US, that market has grown to about 11%. That's a big, big number. 11% coming through online is really very, very big number. I'm sure the same numbers over the next couple of years or decade would be a big, big opportunity for all the stakeholders in this industry. Now, these are the couple of points about our company. We are the first online marketplace company in the country. We have about 16 million unique users. That's the potential we offer to both the sides. One side we have the suppliers, and other side we have the consumers through logistic partners. Secured payment gateways and excellent logistic reach. And then, of course, we have a cash on delivery and dedicated sales team across 40 towns in the country. Daily Deals is another business which has taken off a couple of years ago in the US, and is also there's a lot of noise in our country as well, and I do see that this business will do well over the next couple of years.
And I would like to invite my industry colleague, Mr. Krishnan, to probably share his thoughts on the topic today.
The express company, as on date, was more geared towards handling B2B segment, and B2C was insignificant. When I say insignificant, in terms of industry verticals, it was confined to just banking, financial, and insurance. E-commerce seems to have developed in the last couple of years. And for Blue Dart, though we were in the space of delivering materials for the e-com companies, including Rediff, we came into taking this industry seriously way back in 2008 when actually recession hit us. And recession probably made us think as to why we shouldn't be looking at this industry seriously. And if you ask me honestly, the growth rates one has seen in the last 3 years have been exceptionally brilliant, and I'm sure it is very encouraging for the industry per se. What I would also like to say is that if the single largest B2C segment, which is the banking and insurance, probably could be serviced efficiently by the existing express companies, I don't see a reason as to why e-com space can't be serviced well.
Now I would like to request Mr. Pawan to share his thoughts.
We are into flower delivery and gift delivery network, and 85% of our deliveries happens through our retail stores. So we deliver to more than 400 cities and towns across the country, and majority of that happens through our own flower shops, the Funds and Petals branded flower shops in those cities, or for that matter the various tires which we have in different cities. So the technology which works here is that the product which is showcased on the website, the moment the order is punched into the order management system, the order goes to the respective florist, and thereafter he sees the picture of the product, he gets an SMS and email alert saying that there is an order waiting. He delivers it, updates it on the panel and reaches here. So that I think we are sufficiently fairly doing a good job out of it. The only challenge which we face, and that too majorly during occasions, that parcel which has been shipped from Delhi to Noida, and it shows a 3-day flight delay, and it will reach only maybe in a couple of days. So these are a couple of challenges we've been facing. I think once we carry on with the discussion, we will be able to share more. Yeah.
I think what I'd like to do now is probably open up a few questions which are probably in the minds of most of the people here today. Probably one of the first questions I'd like to ask Vivek is that while traditional retail has been developing and brick and mortar retail itself as an industry is also growing at a very fast pace, and if you want to make a comparison, in your opinion, what do you see as the key differences from a sourcing and delivery point of view in terms of the challenges that a brick and mortar retail company faces vis-a-vis what you as an e-commerce player face?
The challenges from for a brick and mortar companies, of course, they are already servicing one set of consumers. And the way I look at it, that be it a brick and mortar company or be it a standalone merchant who does not have an online presence today, both these category of vendors can gain immensely through e-commerce. Because one, they can have their own website. Two, they can go to the marketplaces like us or eBay, and they can sell. So I think this is an industry which provides good opportunity to all. Though all of them would have their own challenges, and the solution to those challenges would be to ensure that we provide good consumer contact, which we have those large number of consumers who come to us for other reasons, and they'll see those products. And also we provide a good logistics support. When it comes to logistics, I think all those stakeholders will have the same challenge. As of now, if you look at how the things have evolved over the last couple of years, I think logistics partners have done a great job considering the online payment or payment challenges we had.
Heading for Funds and Petals, which is one of the unique e-commerce companies that not only procures orders but actually delivers it to the consumer household, and considering that your product is something that needs to get delivered fresh. So I believe you've probably sat on both sides of the table and seen both sides of the picture. So if you can give some thoughts, when you do your last mile delivery, what are the challenges you face and how do you mitigate them?
For us, the technology today is pretty strong, so it allows us to showcase only products which we can actually deliver. So for example, I won't showcase a product which is a lily and maybe exotic flower in Siliguri or in Patna, whereas in Hyderabad or in Bombay I can show also maybe some lovely orchids. So the technology today permits me to show the combinations which will accept orders only for those cities where I have the merchandise available. That is a strong enabler. Beyond that, we also have our last mile deliveries wherein the orders are being delivered through the local delivery boy. So there we do face a lot of challenges that while you guys are here, there may be an order waiting at your home which might be locked. Or for that matter, if you leave it with the neighbor might not be at home to give it back to you in the evening. So these are a couple of challenges we've been facing, but then yeah, with time everybody's learning.
Mr. Krishnan, I wanted to ask you that since Blue Dart has been in this space, and as you said, from 2008, there's been a core focus on this industry. How do you see the integration in terms of technology or in terms of other factors between an e-commerce player and the logistics service provider, which can actually enhance the quality of service that is provided?
I would say that the industry is probably matched up to the expectations of what the e-commerce essentially would need. So integration has never been an issue. So we have APIs available where a customer probably can integrate with our software. As far as the broader challenges, I would say they're currently confined to, I would not say the enemies out there, essentially is to deal with the regulatory. I think most of the orders for the e-com space today is a B2C order, and a B2C order, if it is beyond a particular value limit, has to have a documentation which is the law of the land. And most of the companies are currently either not geared up to handle the documentation part, or they do not have the wherewithal to supply that kind of paperwork. So one is to do with the regulatory. I guess GST, once it gets rolled out, I think things would become far better and far sensible. So one is not shy in terms of putting the money, but what essentially means is that if there is a predictability in terms of an order, the investment probably becomes so much more easier. So barring the challenge which is on the regulatory side, I think others are fairly manageable. In my view, if we can work closely, I think things can probably only become better from where we are today.